we would see kids younger than Braylee in our family doing all these things that she couldn't do.
Welcome to Monday. Monday.
Put your shoes on.
It was a very uneventful weekend, mostly because we don't have a car. We don't have places to go. I mean, we do have the bus, but there's only so many places you can park with that thing. And I worked most of the weekend. That also didn't help. And Stacy worked too. Busy, but not much going on type weekend. Braylee did really well though for the 2 days she was here. And we also had respite for when Stacy was at work and I had to work. So we have that option now. That way I actually get more sleep on the weekends, which that's great. Braylee also had she did sleep really well this weekend too. So she's starting off in a really good mood.
You're silly. Get in
Let's
the
go.
bus. You walking up backwards?
It's because it's so warm today, huh? Have a good day. I love you. Mwah. Bye, Braylee. Bye. Today I have to take our car in finally, which is a good thing. It's been just sitting in our garage unusable for a little over a week now. But they finally got the parts in for the rear differential. So instead of replacing just the whole thing, which would cost way too much money, they're going in and fixing it from the inside. I'm not a mechanic, so I don't fully know exactly what they're doing. Hopefully we'll have our car back in a couple days. But I do want to bring up a topic that came up over the weekend when we were talking about kids. This topic has to do with what me and Stacy had a lot of trouble with. Some of the hardest stuff came from comparing. Comparing is probably one of the bigger struggles for me. I try to tell myself all the time that it doesn't bother me. It's something that I had to learn how to deal with, how to stop doing. Comparing can be a scary road to go down. What it would look like is we're going to, say, even a grocery store. You see kids similar to Braylee's age. You start comparing eye contact, talking. Something that I needed to learn that Braylee actually taught me. Braylee is perfect in her own way. She is who she is, and she doesn't need to be anybody different. She doesn't need to be the same as anybody else. And here's Stacy trying to get in the bus. And snap, we're right back home. I just wanted to bring this up and talk to you guys about how we went through it and how we dealt with it. But first, I gotta take care of this car. Well, here I am, back with no car. No car for now. That's alright, we'll make it.
Yeah, it's been long though. It just feels like we're kind of stuck here.
A little bit, especially now. I mean, we do have the bus. We still have the bus. We can go someplace. My mic is broken.
Yeah, this looks ridiculous. Your arm keeps getting in the way. Just lost a screw. It's not broken.
My mic lost a screw, so I'm just holding it manually for now. In the first couple of years of autism with Braylee, I tended to not want to leave the house. Because I had those, I don't want to run into those thoughts of comparing Braylee to other kids.
First of all, I didn't know that you felt like that and that you didn't want to leave the house. I never knew that until now. That makes me really sad. It was really hard for me. At that time, we all lived pretty close to a lot of David's family, and he has a large family. We've talked about that before. And at the time that Braylee was diagnosed, about 2 years old, just before she was 2, there was a lot of kids in a couple year age range from Braylee, and it was really, really hard. It took a lot of joy from my life for longer than I'd care to admit that it did. It was really hard to be around our family, and this is stuff that we've not told them, so surprise guys. I I personally was bitter and I was angry. I had a lot of negative feelings towards other kids. And I didn't dislike them. I didn't love our family's kids any less. It just felt like it wasn't fair. And it was hard because you would see kids. We would see kids younger than Braylee in our family doing all these things that she couldn't do. That was probably one of the hardest things when she was little. That was probably the hardest part for me because it felt like it was everywhere and you couldn't avoid it. Like you said, being in public even, or just knowing our friends' kids about the same age and they were doing all these things that she wasn't doing. And it felt like it was just being rubbed in our face all the time. And it sucked.
It's not necessarily our family's fault or our friends' fault or anybody's fault out there. This is before we looked at things positively, and so we were always in this mindset. Coming home every time and just feeling pretty alone. Braylee helped me get through it. She taught me that it's okay to be different and you can be just as happy. She is the happiest kid I know. She's good. If Braylee watches this video in the future, I don't want her to ever think that she put this on us. In fact, I think we did. We isolated ourselves.
It's something that it took time for us to get through. Everybody processes things differently in the different stages, and some people don't feel that grief, and that's okay too. We were not in a good spot for a little while, and it took time to come to terms with everything. It's okay to feel that way, but it's not okay to stay there. And that's what's most important, is we came out the other side and we don't feel that way anymore. Comparisons are so hard because there's always other people in the world who you might think are doing better, but you don't know what their life is like behind closed doors. And when we started to take the mentality of appreciating how awesome Braylee is, all of the amazing things that she can do, appreciating what she does do and what she does well. It's natural to compare, but once we realized that it wasn't doing us any good and it was harming us and Braylee more than anything, we finally came around and we stopped comparing, and we're a lot happier for it. And I think that Braylee is happier because we see how amazing she is and not all of the deficits and things that, she can't do this or she can't do that or she won't do this. And we just focus on the things that she can do, and it is a whole lot better. We realize that we aren't alone. There's other people who feel that way. It's okay, and to talk through it and process it and not feel like we are by ourselves.
After doing that baby talk, the last video, my mind, we actually talked about it then with each other, the whole comparing thing. We were talking about how it would be a good thing to talk about on our videos, just because it is not easy to go through, and generally when people are going through that phase or whatever, they're not sharing that with anybody, right? Because it can be embarrassing. It feels like
wrong. You feel bad for feeling like that about your kid. It's normal to compare. Everybody does it all the time. Yeah. But not letting it control everything, I think, is important.
And working on getting through to a point where
you're accepting.
Instead of comparing, you're accepting.
We wanted to share this with you guys because I know we weren't alone feeling that way. It's sometimes nice to hear other people. If we would have known anybody at that time who would have talked to us and we would have heard that, it would have felt way different.
Like going through the same things, same feelings and things
or
like
saying,
that.
I have been there, We didn't have that at the immediate time, but if we had that, I think it would have made us feel a lot better about it.
And I hope we can be that for you guys. Mm-hmm. Feel free to share anything in our comments.
Don't get me wrong, we still have our days.
We do.
There will always be days where man, things are really rough. I wish this and this and that, or so-and-so is doing this and that, and they're the same age or younger. And it's okay to have days, or moments even. It happens, we just don't let it overwhelm us anymore.
Overall, Braylee taught me a lot about comparing and how to be better for her and for really everybody around me, because nobody wants to be around me when I'm all in a sad mood and stuff.
We're not fun to be around for a little while.
Me going through this in my mind, I'm like, she could watch us years down the road, hear us talking about the first couple of years and the whole grieving process. That could be hard for her. I've read about kids who learned things from the past and
they feel guilty.
Yeah, so I want to make sure that Braylee does not feel guilty.
It was nothing wrong with her. It was how we were processing things.
Right.
That's all it is.
Exactly.
It's like that's the easiest way to sum that up.
Yeah.
Without saying it's not her fault, because it's nobody's fault. Let us know if you guys have been there and what helped you to get out of that mindset, or if you're still there. We just want to let you know it's okay and it gets better.
Mm-hmm. Hi.
Oh, is that a thing now? You walk up backwards?
Hi, Braylee.
To walk up backwards.
She's done that a couple times now.